Hey everybody. So I just spent my day not in a complete disaster zone, but this is one of those little communities that has been affected by this, and I'm going to turn the phone around so I can actually see what I'm showing you. But you hear the generator in the background. They don't have power, and for the most part this community was spared. But I'm about to show you what spared looks like in terms of what just happened. Because we didn't go to one of the hot spots. There's other people working there. They've got those covered. This is a friend's parents' house. Her house is not far from here. But this is day 5 of them cleaning up. We came out here today because they haven't had fresh meat. They haven't had fresh produce, and we brought them a care package, and we volunteered today with them to help get this place. So here I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you the end of their property here, and we'll scan around. So this is coming into their property, and that's her mom's house. And the river came around the house and across the road and into this field. And it doesn't look like a field. You can see debris off in the river down there, and it wiped out the side of this structure. I like the playhouse stayed though. But this was a field. That's all sediment. All rocks, brand new. That's a huge bank right there. That's probably 3 foot tall at least. And it's gonna get loud, so I'm gonna quit talking, because I could just talk about this, because they got spared, but it's bad. So we'll show you part of my day. I said I was going to quit talking, I ain't. This was a pile of stuff that was in the backyard that we pulled out of the backyard. And another field. See, there's grass down there, but it's 2 foot under. And again, this is day 5 of them. They've cleaned everything up that was here. But look, 6 inches of sand in the yard. And it'll get loud, but we'll show you the reality. Wasn't that something? So that's their rental house. Over there is where they've been living. This was their garden plot. Let's go see if there's any more fish in here. I gave the daughter and her friend a mission. There were probably a dozen fish I saw in here earlier. Yeah, and there's some dead ones coming up. They're not going, they're done. That's what happens when you run out of oxygenated water. But apparently this was immaculately manicured. It looks like they put some love and care into this place over the years. This propane tank is still here, but there's another one that's been relocated. The tiny home back there, that survived. It got a little water damage, but it's on the high point, and the water had this low point right here to scoot around, and it ripped out the garden on its way. But let's take you into here. This is where I spent most of my day. I mean, as you can see where the water line was, that's where everything's been pulled out. I spent most of my day in here ripping out the floor. Me and 3 other guys, and 3 other girls. 4 or 5. We had a bunch of people in here today getting all this done, but we had to rip all this out. And these are the water lines. It's sort of cool to see. I know cool is a hard word to use, but whatever. You can see the high water mark, and then this was a recession level. So it dropped to there and it hung out, and then it dropped to here and it hung out. And then there's another line, and then there was a big drop. And then from here it was staggered. You can see every like centimeter or so there was a delay in the recession all the way down. And then there was 6 inches of mud. But for reference, it's 3 foot deep. So all of that nice oak flooring is over there in the fire right now. But this was all of their belongings. And it just got wrecked. And they had a barn with the workshop, and it's wrecked on the inside. And really, it is a beautiful piece of property they have here. And probably one of the coolest parts is this old silo. This has to be one of the coolest old silos I've seen. And it looks like there was a little bit of degradation at the foundation, but those farmers that built this years ago, they knew to go to the high spot. There's that other propane tank I said got relocated, but the creek just bust over the bank, came around the barn, and just ripped right through here. So, everyone's seeing all these images of the big sites, the hot zones. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be messing around and trying to run up in there. However, there are plenty of people in this state that are just like this. Not just this state, Tennessee, South Carolina. And if you can, you know, pack up a cooler. Like I said, they hadn't had meat or fresh meat in a week almost. They hadn't had fresh fruit, fresh produce. So if you got some people like that and they're not in a place that's inaccessible, we can get here. However, we can't get to their place or her place. It got cut off. If you can help some people, load up a cooler, load up some supplies. I came out here with the chainsaw. I came out here with water, a couple days worth of food, and we're going home. And they get to enjoy it. And enjoying is a very loose word for this situation. But that little bit that you can do for them is the world in a situation like this. And like I said, this is not a bad spot. Nantahala was spared. It was normal flooding. This was sort of catastrophic, and it could have been worse. You know, got to thank the rescuers or the first responders that came around and knocked on doors at 4 o'clock in the morning and got them out of here just in time to get stranded on the other side of a creek. Oh well. Love your neighbor. Even if you don't like him, still love him. Y'all have a good one. Peace.